Good morning everyone. Today I am going to start the new topic biomolecules. What are biomolecules? The molecules which build up the living systems and are responsible for the growth and maintenance is known as biomolecules. Example for biomolecules is carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, enzymes, nucleic acids and so on. Let us study first the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the compounds which are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. In the ancient days, they used to define the carbohydrates as hydrates of carbon. They defined it as hydrates of carbon. Here, they give the general formula for this one as CxH2OY. They are considered as hydrates of carbon in the ancient days. Here, this general formula does not hold good for all the carbohydrates. If I take rhamnose is having formula C6H12O5. I cannot write this rhamnose in terms of C6H2OY. Hence, rhamnose does not fit into this general formula. Some of the compounds which are not the biomolecules but which are not the carbohydrates but they fit into this general formula. For example, if I take acetic acid, its formula is CH3COOH. I can write it as C is carbon is 2, C2, H is 4 and oxygen is 2. I can write in terms of CH2OY as C2H2O. Here it is twice. Acetic acid, it is not a carbohydrate but its formula fit into the general formula of a carbohydrate. Hence, this definition of carbohydrates, that is hydrates of carbon, it is vanished because some of the compounds which are carbohydrates does not fit into the formula. Some of the compounds like acetic acid which are not carbohydrates but they fit into this formula. Hence, the definition of hydrates of carbon has been vanished. The new definition it was given for the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the compounds which on hydrolysis produces optically active polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone. Definition for carbohydrates is the compounds on hydrolysis produce optically active polyhydroxyaldehyde or hydroxy keto. This is the definition for the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, they are also known as saccharides. They are known as saccharides. Why this name saccharide has been arrived here? Because in Greek, saccharon means sweet. In Greek, saccharon means sweet. Since these carbohydrates, they were sweet in taste, hence they are also known as saccharides. Why carbohydrates are known as saccharides? Because they are sweet in taste. In Greek, saccharon means sweet. After this definition of carbohydrates, next comes here the classification. Classification of carbohydrates. There are three classification of carbohydrates. First classification, it is based on the number of monosaccharide units obtained on hydrolysis. Based on number of monosaccharide units obtained on hydrolysis. Number of monosaccharide units obtained on hydrolysis. In this classification, there are three types are there. First one is monosaccharide. Second one is oligosaccharide. And the third one is polysaccharides. Third is polysaccharides. Here, these are the compounds, monosaccharides are the compounds which further cannot be hydrolyzed. These are the simplest units of carbohydrates. The simplest units of carbohydrate is the monosaccharides. Each monosaccharide, it is having carbon atoms ranging from 3 to 7. Each sugar, monosaccharide sugar unit, it is having carbon atoms from 3 to 7. Monosaccharides in nature, we can see 20 naturally occurring monosaccharide units are present. Example for monosaccharide is glucose, fructose. Glucose, its formula is C6H12O6. There are 6 carbon atoms. It is a monosaccharide which is having a carbon atom ranging from 3 to 7. Any monosaccharide, if you want to say any compound as a monosaccharide, it should contain at least 3 carbon atoms. If less than 3 carbon atoms, then it is not a monosaccharide unit. Glucose, fructose, galactose, ribose. These are some of the examples of monosaccharides. In nature, naturally occurring monosaccharides you can see is 20 naturally occurring monosaccharide units. Next comes here the oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides in which on oligosaccharides on hydrolysis produces 2 to 10 will form two monosaccharide units. Disaccharides on hydrolysis produces two monosaccharide units. Example is maltose. Maltose, its formula is C12H22O11. C12H22O11. Formula for maltose, lactose and sucrose. All the three are having C12H22O11. Maltose on acid hydrolysis produces two glucose units. Glucose formula is C6H12O6. Similarly, sucrose on acid hydrolysis produces one glucose and one fructose. Glucose, fructose as well as galactose. All these three have formula C6H12O6. Sucrose formula is same, maltose, sucrose, lactose, C12H22O11. Sucrose on acid hydrolysis produces glucose is C6H12O6 and fructose is also C6H12O6. Similarly, lactose on acid hydrolysis produces one glucose and one galactose. Lactose on acid hydrolysis produces one glucose and one galactose. Glucose and one galactose. Glucose is also having C6H12O6. Galactose is having C6H12O6 as its formula. Lactose formula is C12H22O11. Lactose, sucrose, maltose have same molecular formula but different structural formula. Similarly, glucose, fructose and galactose also have same molecular formula C6H12O6 but they are having different structures. These are the examples for the disaccharides. Next comes here the trisaccharides. The word itself indicates. Tri means here carbohydrates on hydrolysis produces three monosaccharide units, then it is known as a trisaccharides. Example is raffinose. Raffinose, its formula is C18H32O16 on acid hydrolysis produces one glucose, fructose and galactose. It produces three monosaccharide units. Hence, raffinose is an example for trisaccharides. Carbohydrates on hydrolysis produces three monosaccharide units. Then carbohydrate is known as a trisaccharides. If it produces two monosaccharide units, it is a disaccharides. After this oligosaccharides, next comes here the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, third one. The word poly itself indicates many. Many saccharide units are obtained. Many monosaccharide units are obtained on hydrolysis. If I take example here, carbohydrates on acid hydrolysis produces large number of monosaccharide units. Then it is known as a polysaccharide. Example is starch as well as cellulose. Starch and cellulose on acid hydrolysis produces n number of glucose unit. Starch formula C6H10O5 structure. Starch or cellulose on acid hydrolysis produces n number of glucosidates. Polysaccharides are nothing but polysaccharides on acid hydrolysis produces n number of monosaccharide units. This is the first classification based on number of monosaccharide units obtained on hydrolysis. In this classification, first we studied regarding the monosaccharides. Let us see the classification of monosaccharides. Classification of monosaccharides. Monosaccharides, they are classified based upon the number of carbon atoms as well as based upon the functional groups. Classified based on number of carbon atoms and functional group. Here, what is the condition here? How many carbon atoms a monosaccharide can have? It can have the number of carbon atoms ranging from 3 to 7. Possible number of carbon atoms for monosaccharide is 3 to 7. If a monosaccharide is having a functional group if it contains aldehyde as a functional group, then that monosaccharide is known as aldose. Monosaccharide containing a aldehyde group is known as aldose. Monosaccharide containing a ketonic group, monosaccharide containing a ketonic group is known as ketose. Monosaccharide containing aldehyde group is known as aldose. Monosaccharide containing a ketonic group is known as ketose. Let us see the chart here. Number of carbon atoms, general term, aldose, ketose. If a monosaccharide contains 3 carbon atom, it is known as triose. Along with that, if it contains a aldehyde group, it is known as aldotriose. If it contains a ketonic group, it is known as ketotriose. If it contains 4 carbon atom, it is known as tetrose. Along with that, if it is having only aldehyde group, aldotetrose. If it is having ketonic, ketotetrose. If it carbon contains, if a monosaccharide contains 5 carbon atoms, it is known as pentose, aldopentose and aldoketose. Ketopentose. If a monosaccharide contains 6 carbon atoms, it is known as hexose. Aldohexose Example for ketohexose is fructose containing 6 carbon atom with a ketonic group. This is a classification of monosaccharides. After this second classification of carbohydrates based on the taste is based on taste. They are classified into two types, sugars and non-sugars. Carbohydrates which are sweet in taste is known as sugars. Carbohydrates which are not sweet in taste are known as non-sugars. Example for this is all the monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are sweet in taste. All monosaccharides. Example for monosaccharides is glucose, fructose, galactose, all raffinose, rhamnose, ribose. These are all the monosaccharides. Monosaccharides as well as oligosaccharides. Monosaccharides and oligosaccharides. Sucrose, maltose, lactose, raffinose. These are all the examples for the sugars. All monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are the example for sugars which are sweet in taste. And the non-sugars is polysaccharides. Carbohydrates which are not sweet in taste is polysaccharides. Example for polysaccharides is starch, cellulose, which are not sweet in taste. After this classification based on taste, next comes here the classification based upon the nature. Third classification based on the nature. Carbohydrates are classified as reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars. Reducing and non-reducing sugars. Carbohydrates which reduce tolerance and Fehling solution is known as reducing sugar. Carbohydrates which reduce tolerance reagent and Fehling solution. Tolerance reagent and Fehling solution is known as reducing sugar. All monosaccharides are reducing sugar as well as disaccharides are reducing sugar. Monosaccharides example is glucose, fructose, galactose, all monosaccharides as well as disaccharides. Disaccharides example here is the lactose, maltose, but not sucrose. In disaccharides except sucrose. Sucrose is not a reducing sugar. Except sucrose, all are the reducing sugar. All monosaccharides and disaccharides are reducing sugar except sucrose. Non-reducing sugars. These are non-reducing sugars which does not reduce tolerance as well as Fehling solution is known as non-reducing sugars. Here, why they do not reduce this tolerance and Fehling solution means because they do not contain the pre-aldehydic or ketonic group. Because they are involved in the ring formation. Example for non-reducing sugar is sucrose is example for non-reducing sugar.